Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Although I wanted to have a conversation with you during the daytime, but due to very heavy workload and because of some other problems, I could not start it. And many of you have called me, but I could not answer your call because of this busy schedule. Anyway, within a very quick time, I'm going to tell you some important things, some important topics that you have to focus on for tomorrow's exam. Not just for tomorrow's exam, this question should be important, this topic will be important for as a whole, the research methodology topics needed to clear the exam or to sit for any competitive exams related to it. Well, the MCQs will be there. MCQs always test your IQ ability. If you have clear concept of the, if you're clear with the concepts, then obviously you can tick the correct option of the MCQs. So, like suppose if I ask you that what does the research mean to you, that those different terms, the RESEARCH, you have to know that what it exactly is, right? Because after all, it is about research. So study everything, every definition that I taught you in the class about the definition of research, right? Then next thing, after the definition of research, focus on what are the objectives of research, right? Then after having the knowledge of objectives, then you may come to the different ways of approaching your assumptions, like hypothesis. So different types of hypotheses are there. ठीक है ना, hypothesis अलग-अलग type का है. So you have to study about those hypothesis definitions, different types of hypotheses, right? Now, then you have to know that what is exactly literature review is, right? That's a very important thing, because without having a proper literature review, you can't go for a good proposal of a problem, research problem. Even if you don't do it, if you cannot find out the research problem, right? So you should be very aware with the current status of the research work, and that is possible only through the literature review. So literature review से related सारे कुछ पढ़ लेना कि क्यों करते, why we do literature review, what is the purpose of it. Then come to the research problem. Research problem kya hai? Then what is research problem statement? How you go for defining your research problem, right? Then after that, what happens? Suppose if you are doing your research after stating the problems and the objectives and how the strategy, how you are approaching, and the hypothesis, then also you have to carry out some literature work. Means you need to write a research papers, like, and there is a case of plagiarism, right? Plagiarism, that is how you take the similarity. Similarity means how much of your text, how much of your written text of your paper is matching with some another ones, right? You have to reduce that similarity, and if it is increasing, then obviously you know that that will not help you. That is going to stop you to publish your research paper. That is a crime, in fact. So plagiarism issue, you have to go through it properly, how you stop it. So why we need to stop it, that thing you have to study. बुझी पाए सर, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Then ये सब तो बोल दिया मैंने. I have talked about the research problems on these things. Then you also try to cite some real-time examples that how the research design will take place. How the research design will take place means how you will carry out your research process, that research design, right? एक एग्जाम्पल के सहित रिसर्च डिजाइन क्या है, कैसे अप्रोच करोगे, उसको समझाओगे आप, right? Then during the research process, during the research strategy, you will face some sampling process, because if it may not be possible that you can do the whole research work on the overall whole data. That data may be of very large size. That's not means practically possible, right? Then in that cases, you need to go for sampling. Then you have to know what are the different sampling tactics, right? Then before sampling, obviously you have to know that how you are going to collect the data. Remember, I have taught you in my lectures that in my previous lectures that how you go for collecting the data. पाहरी न जाबा है कि नहीं पढ़ी लो बा हाँ सब लोग समझ रहे हो ना वो पढ़ लेना क्या मैंने बताया था आपको कैसे डेटा कलेक्ट कर रहे थे तो ये भी पढ़ लेना मैं अभी शॉर्ट में बता रहा हूँ आपको पूरा जो आपका पेपर था whatever the included in your syllabus I am talking in brief but that will be important for your exam right do not leave whatever the topics I'm just stating right then ये सब तो हो गया how you are collecting data like questionnaire then interview different approaches are there you go through it you even find in my lectures so let's go through them then what will happen that different type of research approaches are there suppose in some cases only theoretical research is possible and in some cases empirical research is possible so go through the classification of different research approaches like empirical like theoretical okay then other things whatever I have stated in my classes so I hope you better know about that वो सब देख ही लेना और आपको बताया था मैंने कि एक्सेल में काम करना है आप लोगों को यू हैव टू नो द बेसिक फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ एक्सेल मेरे लेक्चर्स में भी आपको मिल जाएगा यू ऑलरेडी हैव गॉन थ्रू इट आई हैव सीन इट सो एक्सेल हाउ यू डील विद द डाटा मींस different types of action in Excel with your data like you are going to comparisons of different approaches you need to put the data inside that tables of using some Excel and then you'll go through some bar chart some cluster chart or some suppose tabular method comparison some pie chart so different types of data analysis tools are there data analysis what I can say data analysis techniques are there inside that Excel please go through it do not leave it so आज के लिए इतना ही पढ़ लो कोई घबराने की बात नहीं मैं सबको आपको सबको बोल रहा हूँ please go through that okay and I'm really sorry I could not pick up your calls because of the busy schedule but I wish all the best to all of you okay so please go through this topic wish you all the best thank you good night